Hello, I'm Bernie Hayes. Today we'll be talking with Ron Himes, the founder and producing director of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company. We call it the Black Rep, today on the Bernie Hayes Show. Welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes, and we want to talk about chicken and biscuits with Ron Himes, the founder of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company. Like I said, we finally called it the Black Rep. Don't worry. Welcome back, Ron.
Thank you, Bernie. Thank you. It's always good to be here.
You know, I get my tongue all tied up, man, thinking about chicken and biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
What's the significance of chicken and biscuits? What are we talking about?
Well, Chicken and Biscuits is the play that we're opening right after the first of the year, January 8th through the 26th. It's a hilarious comedy. Set in a black family funeral. The matriarch of the family has passed, and so all of the shenanigans that could go on at a funeral happen. You know, sibling rivalry, skeletons in the closet are revealed. It's a funny play.
It says in the flyer it says don't want to have to slap nobody today.
Right, that's what one of the sisters said. So the two sisters, their father has passed, and he was the minister of the church.
Okay.
The older sister and the younger sister, and so they don't get along. They haven't gotten along. They're always, trying to outdo each other. One is, fairly doing better than the other one. And so they have, that sort of sibling rivalry going on all the time. And as the younger sister is dressing that morning, that's what she tells her daughter. She's like, you stay close to me because I don't want to have to slap nobody today. And it's got all of the sort of stock characters in it. There's the older sister has two children, grown children, Her daughter comes and she's upset because her fiance left her for a white woman. So she's all upset about that.
Oh, boy.
The son shows up with his white boyfriend. And, of course, that causes a whole bunch of mess at a black funeral.
Yeah.
And the younger sister has a daughter who's 15, who's always on her phone and thinks she's a little rapper. And then there is the skeleton in the closet that comes out at the end. So
keep that a secret.
You gotta come see the show.
Okay. How can we get tickets, Ron?
You can get tickets at our box office, which is 314-534-3810, or online at theblackrep.org, or you can stop by our offices at our box office and pick up tickets. We've got tickets on sale now for Chicken and Biscuit, but we also have tickets on sale for the rest of the season. We have a 4-play subscription package that you can also get all 4 shows coming up.
Yes, Chicken and Biscuits, coconut
cake. So we give you chicken and biscuits and bring you back and give you some coconut cake.
As your dessert,
and then and coconut cake is a part of a rolling world premiere. So we're part of 5 black theaters around the country that are doing that play this year. And then The Wash is also part of a rolling world premiere.
That's in March.
Yeah, that's in March, and that's our sophisticated ladies slot.
Oh, okay.
So, each year we pick one show that's written by an African-American female playwright. And then we, gather a group of women who are called the sophisticated ladies, and they make donations and raise funds to help underwrite that production.
Well, tell us about Radio Golf.
And then Radio Golf is the 10th play in August Wilson's American Century Cycle. And it is the play that is set in 1990. Harmon Wilkes is running for mayor in the city of Pittsburgh.
Wow.
And there's some major development projects that could seem to be roadblocks to his candidacy.
Ron, 48 years, St. Louis Black Repertory Company.
This is the beginning. We're well into the 48th season now. Yeah. We already have done Blues in the Night, which was the first show of the season in September. Now we also have 3 shows that are out in the community, going into the schools and to community organizations. One is called Jabari Dreams. The other is What She Said. And the third one is the Secret Gallery. And the Secret Gallery, it comes out of a collaboration with the St. Louis Art Museum. You know, they have that exhibit Native Wisdom at the Art Museum now, which is that big African art exhibit. And we worked with the Art Museum to develop a play around that exhibition that we've been taking into the community, hopefully to teach young people in the community a little bit more about African art, but also to encourage them to go to the museum to see the show.
Okay. Now, Chicken and Biscuits, where will it be performed?
Chicken and Biscuits will be performed at the Edison Theater on the campus of Washington University from January 8th to January 28th. January 8th is a special night too. It's Ward Night. And we've started this new project, trying to do our part to bring the city together. So on Ward Night, we bring together a South Side ward and a North Side ward, and the alderpersons from each of those wards, in sort of a friendly competition, work hard in their ward to see who can bring out the most people to the theater. So on January 8th, we have the 11th ward, which is Laura Keys, and the 1st ward, which is Ann Schweitzer.
Okay.
And so they are the two. For Blues in the Night, we had the 9th and 10th ward, which was Shamim Clark Hubbard and Michael Browning.
Wow.
And so we're hoping that all of the wards eventually will get a night at the Black Rep and bring the constituents out to enjoy an evening of theater.
This is wonderful. Now, I see you mentioned that February 5th through March 2nd be the coconut cake. And you said 5 rollouts at the time, 5 different companies rolling out at the same time?
5, 3 have already done it. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Black Rep in North Carolina, the Black Theater Troupe in Sarasota, Florida, and the Hattie Lou Theater in Memphis have already done it. And then we're scheduled to do it in February, and then the Ensemble Theater in Houston will do it, I think, in May.
Do you network with all these different Black repertory companies?
We do network. All of the productions are different. It's not like the show is going in each city is getting the same production. Each theater company is doing their own production of Coconut Cake, which is great for the playwright Melda Beatty, who is a young African American playwright from Chicago. She'll be coming to St. Louis when we do the play. She's actually, I think, traveled to all of the cities where the play has been done. She's a Delta, and so, we're doing a meet and greet for the Deltas next month, and hopefully a lot of Deltas will come out to support their soror.
Building the triangles and all big.
And
then bringing the elephants. Now, just go back to Chicken and Biscuits. January 8th through the 26th, 2025. Who wrote this and why?
Okay, so it was written by Douglas Lyons, who's a young brother, actually.
Okay.
And the big historical thing about Chicken and Biscuit is Chicken and Biscuits was the first play back on Broadway coming out of COVID. So when everything closed down, the first 6 or 7 plays that opened on Broadway were all by Black playwrights. Wow. And Chicken and Biscuit was the first one to open. It had a limited run on Broadway. Was in the theater right next door to Wicked, so it had great exposure, right? And it was directed by a guy, Zylan Livingston, who was the youngest Black playwright. No, the youngest playwright the youngest director on Broadway.
You're doing the producing, and this particular Chicken and Biscuits, are you producing this?
I'm producing I'm also directing this production, with a wonderful cast. We've got a cast that includes Denise Times, A.C. Smith, Alex J., all who people would have seen in King Hedley last season. But then joining them is Cameron Davis, Delise Richardson, Kaylin McCoy, Jacob Schmidt, and that's it.
Some other.
I think I got everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
Ron Himes is my guest. He's the founder and producing director of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company. We call it St. Louis Black Rep. And we're talking about what's happening in the 48th season of the St. Louis Black Rep. Back with Ron Himes after this.
A lot of people are experiencing some difficult times walking through the journey of life, feeling that they're just totally overwhelmed. Maybe you're one of those individuals. I want to encourage you to get in God's Word, know that He loves you. He'll never forsake you. He's got a purpose for your life. If you haven't reached out and helped somebody lately, there's so many people that need help at this time. And those opportunities are available to you at New Life Evangelistic Center. We have search and rescue teams that are going out, finding people everywhere, and taking them to the direct help they need, helping them break the cycle of homelessness, going out to a wide variety of residential living programs we have. So many people hurting at this particular moment, and many that are in need. And you're going to feel good about helping somebody else that's in need. So if you want further information, call us at 314-421-3020. You can give online at nlecstl.org. You can volunteer, and most of all, you can really pray. We need prayer warriors at this time, facing some critical needs at this moment, and your prayers will definitely make a big difference for good. So please continue to keep us in your prayers here at the New Life Evangelistic Center.
Behind me is the New Life Evangelistic Center administrative offices in Overland, Missouri. And this is where we shoot our shows for our worship shows and the Here's Help Network. And it's also where Zakid Baroudi and Bernie Hayes shoot their shows. You can find all of these shows at the New Life Evangelistic Center app, the NLEC TV app. You can also access them on your tablet or on your computer. And this is how you can stay up to date with all the things that New Life Evangelistic Center is doing. There are so many different programs that we've got going on, and God is doing many exciting things through partners like you. So if you want to support the work that New Life is doing, then please access and give through the app. You can go online at nlecstl.org or give us a call at 314-421-3020. Again, 314-421-3020. But this is the best way to get plugged into the amazing work that New Life is doing through people like you. And so there is something for you to get involved in today. And we are so thankful for our partners. Only through the grace of God and your gift are we able to bless others today.
Welcome back. My guest is Ron Himes. We're talking about the latest production, Chicken and Biscuits, that's be running through January the 8th through the 26th at the St. Louis Black Repertory Company at the Edison Theater, right? On Washington University's campus. Okay, Ron, do you still do the Woody Awards?
No, actually, we stopped doing the Woody Awards some years ago, and we've started doing our new main fundraiser is called the Gala. Mm-hmm. And we just had our 9th annual Gala in November. And for the past 4 years, we've been presenting HBCU choral groups. Oh, okay. And so we made a commitment to do that for 5 years.
You had Richard LaFisk here one time, didn't you?
Yeah, so we started we had the Fisk Jubilee Singers. Right. Then we had Fisk Jubilee Singers, Morehouse, and this last year we had Spelman. And we hope to have maybe Tennessee State next year we're looking at. But the Gala each year is our major fundraising event. We give out a Woody King Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay. And so that's how we've held on to, honoring Woody King Jr. And we also give a Frankie Muse Freeman Spirit Award. Okay. And so those are the 2 awards that we give out, but the evening is really about the choral groups it has been and the wonderful concert that they put on. I mean, those young women from Spelman this year were just angelic.
How are you sustained, Ron? I know at one time, for all through the years, you've been trying to increase the viewership and the participation in the St. Louis Black Repertory Company. How are you doing now?
And we're doing, we continue to do audience development. As I mentioned, we did this collaboration with the Art Museum. So last night we had a performance of the Secret Gallery at the Griot Museum. Reaching out, going back, hoping that we can bring people to the theater by taking theater to the people. Sure. So the first week of December, we did a stage reading of a new play called When Gold Turns Black, which is a play about Tommy Smith and John Carlos in the 1968 Olympics. Yeah. It's a new script that we're looking at. But we did a reading of it at the Kappa House in East St. Louis. So we're trying to reach out and and develop more audience on the east side to get them to come over. As I mentioned, the Ward Night is another special way that we're reaching out, trying to bring people in. So we're always trying to find ways to bring in more audience, either through single tickets, group sales, and of course our season ticket holders. And of course, we are writing lots and lots of grants and proposals, sure. And so we have been, doing fairly well the last few years.
How can we support you?
By, getting season tickets, talking to your groups and organizations, and bringing out, doing a night at the Black Rep. We have several groups that are already. The Royal Vagabonds are looking at doing a night. The National Association of Black Engineers are talking about doing a night. I ran into Carol Daniels the other day, and she's talking about bringing her program, Save Our Sisters. Mm-hmm. So if you've got a group, an organization, professional, social, church, any kind of organization, a group of 12 or more gets a discount. A group of 20 or more a group of 100 or more gets even a bigger discount. And so you're able to support the theater that way. If you've got a school or an organization that would like us to come out to you, book one of the shows that we do. And we are constantly trying to do more work and expose our young people to theater at an early age so that they can grow up with an appreciation and an understanding for theater. And, just keep spreading the word.
Give us the contact numbers.
Again, you can reach us. You can get more information about the shows that are coming up. You can get information and or buy tickets by calling our box office at 314-534-3810. Or you can do all of that online. You go to our website. All the information is there about our classes, our workshops, the programs that we take into the community, as well as all of the main stage shows.
So I make a commitment now for the St. Louis National Black Radio Hall of Fame to sponsor a night there.
Oh yeah, we should have a night.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
And I've got a big show to talk to you about next season. Wonderful. You should take that would be a good opening night project for us to do.
We shall do that.
Yeah.
Ron, tell us about Ron Himes. Tell us about the family. What plans you're having?
Oh, I'm having a great time. I'm, as I mentioned, I'm directing Chicken and Biscuit. I'll be acting in Radio Golf. I'm still busy teaching at Washington University, and happy to be serving there as the Henry E. Hampton Artist in Residence. My family's doing well. My kids are getting big.
They certainly are. 2 children now, right?
2, right. And beginning to look at high schools for my son now. And my daughter, who's in the 5th grade, was just in the school musical and then had a couple of solos in the music concert the next week. And so they're keeping busy. The wife is working on her PhD in dance at Ohio State University.
That's beautiful. Now, for children who actually participate in the Black Rep, that act, do you recruit them, or how do they audition?
There's really no audition. They can just sign up. If a parent has kids who they want to bring to get training, who they think are talented and want to get them more training, classes and workshops are on our website. But during the school year, we have classes on Saturdays that meet for young people. We have an adult acting class that meets on Monday evenings. Then during the summer for kids and young people, we have an intensive 6 to 8 week program that meets Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. And, the young people study everything: acting, dance, music, creative writing, and some crafts as well. So we have a lot of opportunities for young people to be exposed to the theater.
You touched upon it a little bit earlier, but do you still have the touring companies that go to different places?
Oh yeah. The 3 shows, as I mentioned, Jabari's Dreams, What She Said, and the Secret Gallery. Each of those shows are grade specific, which means one of them is for K through 5, one is for 5 through 12. The other is for junior high and high school audiences as well as adult audiences. And those shows are available to go out to the community. We also, we have several already booked at several branches of the library and at schools on this side of the river and on the east side.
Well, how would one book the shows?
Same way, call our office, go to the website.
Numbers?
Call 314-534-3810. Ask to speak to our education department or Brian McKinley, and he can help you get a program booked to your school or organization.
Okay, now coconut cake is going to be February the 5th. Then the wash, March 12th through the 30th. Tell us about the wash.
Well, let me start with coconut cake. It's about 5 older men who meet every Monday at McDonald's, and they play chess and talks trash. And as I mentioned, it's a Rolling World premiere, and the criteria for the playwrights to submit their scripts for that competition was that the play had to deal with religion and or HIV.
Okay.
And Melda Beatty has done a good job of speaking to both of them throughout the play. So it's like really great. You got these old men, 4 black, 1 white, who meet every Monday, as I said, at McDonald's. They play chess. They talk about, things that old men sit around and talk about at McDonald's. It's really, really funny as well, but it's also very poignant. The Wash, which is our second Rolling World premiere, is set in Atlanta in the 1880s. During that time, there were black washerwomen, and these women would go to people's homes, pick up their laundry, take them and wash them, fold it, iron them, and bring them back. Well, for a period of time, people were not paying the women. They would bring their clothes back, and they said, well, I don't have any money, here's a bag of beans.
Yeah.
Or here's some leftover clothes.
They barter.
Bartering with them. But the women needed their money,
Sure.
And so eventually they went on strike. And they formed a washerwoman's union. They went on strike, and it is said to be the beginning of the labor movement in the United States.
Wow, that's encouraging.
And white women actually joined the movement as well. So all the white washerwomen joined the black washerwomen, and they went on strike and pretty much shut down. When people had all the stinking clothes laying around, they came around ultimately. And then, of course, the final show, as I mentioned, is August Wilson's Radio Golf.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back.
Yeah.
That's great. With the New Life Evangelistic Center at 2428 Woodson Road at Overland, Missouri, I'm speaking with Ron Himes, the founder and producing director of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company. Back after this.
Since 1972, New Life Evangelistic Center has been on the front lines, reaching out, helping the hurting, the homeless, the fatherless, the widowed throughout mid-America. Yes, although it's had its roots in St. Louis, it now has expanded throughout mid-America into India and Africa, Haiti, and other places around the world. Oh, what a history New Life Evangelistic Center has. And we have many of these history books available to you, and they're right there on Amazon. And if we can help you get one of those, you contact us at 314-421-3020. But in addition to all that, we want to share a lot of that history with you right here as we take a look at how the work began and how the Lord has taken us throughout the years and the miracles that we have seen, all because of caring people like you. You're part of the history of the New Life Evangelistic Center. And we're believing that 2025 is the year that the center is going to become alive and seeing the Lord do exceedingly beyond we can even ask or think. We're on the verge of miracles. Yes, New Life Evangelistic Center has a rich history, but there's much more yet to come. And that's why I'm inviting you to familiarize yourself with the history of the past and be a part of the miracles of the present. Yes, let the Lord God Almighty work in you and through you. Let Him do exceedingly beyond what you can ask or think. He's got a purpose for you. And we want you to be able to live out that purpose as you get directly involved in the history of New Life Evangelistic Center and what the Lord is doing now.
Today's feature, Richard Durham. Born in Mississippi in 1917, moved to Chicago at the age of 6 with his family. He'd go on to write and produce a groundbreaking Destination Freedom, a radio drama that featured characters calling for equality a decade before the Civil Rights Movement. After World War II, Durham wrote for a weekly drama on WBBM Chicago called Democracy USA and created the first soap opera focused on African-American family, Here Comes Tomorrow, on WJJD Chicago. From 1948 to 1950, Durham used the weekly Destination Freedom to fight the stereotypes of African Americans in the media. His inventive scripts highlighted the accomplishments of black leaders throughout history, including Harriet Tubman, Jackie Robinson, and Ida B. Wells. Durham's recurring theme of social and economic freedom was a revolutionary idea rarely heard on the radio at that time. Richard Durham died April 27, 1984. Richard Durham.
2 Timothy 1 verse 10.
But it has now been revealed through the appearing of our Savior, Jesus Christ, who has destroyed death and has brought life and immortality to light through the gospel. And welcome back. My guest is Ron Himes of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company. Ron, now you're going to talk about radio golf before we go to the break.
Yeah, so radio golf is, as I mentioned, the 10th play in August Wilson's American Century Cycle. And, we were the third company in the country to complete all 10 of August Wilson's plays.
Oh, yeah.
And so we've gone through a second time. This is our second time completing the cycle. With radio golf, we will have completed the cycle 2 times, which means that we've done all of the plays twice, except one, Gem of the Ocean, which was the first production, was the last play that he, one of the last 2 plays that he wrote.
Sure.
And so we've done all 10 of them. I will act in radio golf, and when I act in radio golf, I will have acted in all 10 plays.
Oh, wow.
Which is
Congratulations.
a very small group of actors across the country.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that Ron Connors, who's a young actor who came up through our intern program, who's moved away to Chicago, is doing really well there, that he'll be coming back home to also join me in the cast of Radio Golf. And his first August Wilson play was Joe Turner's Come and Gone at the Black Rep. Okay. And with Radio Golf, he will have acted in all 10 plays as well.
How important was August Wilson?
August Wilson was, is perhaps the most prolific American playwright of the 20th century. And you notice that I said the most prolific American playwright.
Sure.
All 10 of his plays have now been produced on Broadway. I think that he had given us, just a deep, deep look into the African-American experience for the, 20th century. And with each play looking at a decade, one decade at a time, he's just given us this great, great look into our experience here in America.
And you'll be appearing in Radio Golf in May. Now, once about Chicken and Biscuits, Ron, is this a play conducive to children? Can make children come to see?
Oh yeah, it's a family drama. I mean, it's it's funny. It's a little racy at a couple of moments, but no, I think it's a family. I think it's a great family affair.
Do you sell family tickets? These as group tickets and season tickets? Do you sell to groups at families per se?
Well, no, we we do groups. I mean, if it's a group of 12, so if it's a family, they could get a group rate. But one of the things we do, all of our Wednesday performances are $20.
Okay.
And so we try to make sure that there's a night that's affordable. The first Wednesday is a 7 o'clock performance. The second Wednesday is a 10 o'clock performance, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And we get a lot of seniors there, and we get a lot of school groups that come to what is now called our intergenerational matinee. So and that's a $20 performance. So we do 2 evening performances on Wednesdays and a 10 o'clock performance on Wednesday, and they're all $20, and that's the best value for a family.
Okay, tell us once again, when will Chicken and Biscuits be performing and how we can get tickets?
Chicken and Biscuits will open performances begin on January the 8th. It runs January 8th through January 28th at the Edison Theater on the campus of Washington University. For tickets or more information, you can call 314-534-3810 or go online at theblackrep.org to get information about Chicken and Biscuits and come and get some food for your soul.
And that's a lot of restaurants are serving Chicken and Biscuits now.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks again, Ron Himes, for spending this time with us today.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Bernie.
Thank you so much. And thanks in each and every one of you for supporting the New Life Evangelistic Center. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day. Until next time, enjoy.